it's hard to even wrap your head around.
Body in the trunk of his impounded Tesla was identified as a missing teen girl named Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
A 14-year-old girl named Celeste Rivas Hernandez went missing, and a few months later, her body was found in the trunk of a Tesla linked to the singer David. Now, you'd think this would be an open and shut case, but here's the thing. David hasn't even been arrested, and the internet has been absolutely losing its mind over why. Like, what are the chances his car with her body is found basically around the corner from where he was staying? What I find shocking is how close the vehicle was when it was towed. I mean, it wasn't very far from the home David was staying in. It feels like a downplayed point, but here's the wild part. Even with all that, David was not arrested. The amount of circumstantial evidence is insane. Let me start with the newest stuff. This is where things get a bit darker. In one of the last text messages sent from Celeste's account is one of the most disturbing lines that she wrote. "I only bled with David." That's horrifying. She talks about her first time and another encounter she had with another guy named Gus. Remember that name because in other messages, her brother talks about Gus. Her brother is texting a friend and confirms that he and the family knew about David and even reported the relationship to the police, but nothing was done at the time. They also talk about the same person, Gus, and how he had been shot. The friend asks if he thinks that David shot Gus. The brother responds that it's unrelated, but it's extremely alarming to read when you take into consideration some of David's TikTok posts that have since been removed. While researching for this video, the David subreddit was very active and some Redditors noticed that their comments were being deleted. Now, only 2 moderators could have done that. One had a suspended account and the other belongs only to David. So it seems he was deleting comments to stop the chatter on what he may have done. That same night, Reddit was going wild while he was being investigated. What was David doing? Well, he was just casually on Fortnite, playing like nothing was even happening, only occasionally hopping on his phone. To be a moderator on Reddit, perhaps? It is all just like a little too nonchalant in my opinion. Then there's this teacher who is recorded saying the following.
That's her in my classroom in front of this poster right here. She's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead.
Turns out Celeste had previously run away with a man named David, who is a rapper in LA. Her mom even confirmed to TMZ that, well, Celeste had this tattoo on her finger that matched the exact same tattoo David has. That was one of the things that eventually helped confirm her identity. Her mom stated she didn't believe this was a coincidence, and a lot of people described her home life as unstable. She was known to be in and out of the house. Sadly, that made her vulnerable. On David's Discord, there are some concerning and strange messages. The worst one is where this user is responding to David saying, "Drop the song about the missing girl Celeste." This was in August of 2024, meaning people who were in the Discord were aware of Celeste. Then there's the social media and more Discord stuff. Screenshots show David and Celeste talking directly, FaceTiming, and even interacting on fan servers. In one clip, she literally writes, "Hi David Bark," and there are photos of him reposting her stories with hearts and kiss emojis. They even live stream together, and at the end of the stream, he says this.
"I media trained you." That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids. No, I need to.
Really good.
Okay,
It's
bye.
been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
People also pointed out some weird coincidences with his songs. He literally released one called Celeste in 2023 with lyrics about her tattoo. Even creepier, in 2022, he dropped Romantic Homicide on her birthday. And year after year, he's dropped music on September 7th, which was her birthday. Coincidence? Maybe. But the internet does not think so. A lot of people are theorizing that there is more significance with the date and that it relates to a ritualistic blood moon sacrifice, and they are taking a deeper look into his lyrics, music, and music videos. More disturbing is that it's been pointed out that the girls look like Celeste in many of his music videos. David has been seen out with another girl that looks just like Celeste and shares the same name. So yeah, none of this might be court proof on its own, but when you put it all together, it looks absolutely compelling case-wise, and the fact that David was just online trolling people on Reddit and playing Fortnite while this was all happening makes it feel even more surreal. People are questioning why the police haven't made an arrest, and honestly just trying to make sense of how a 14-year-old ended up dead in a trunk of a Tesla linked to a popular singer. But no matter what, we can't lose sight of the most important thing here. A young girl's life was cut short in the most horrific way, and she deserves justice. At this point, all we can do is wait for investigators to finish their work, the medical examiner's ruling, and the forensic evidence. Those are pieces that will decide whether David walks free or faces the biggest case of his life. So let me throw it to you. Do you think this mountain of evidence is enough to prove his guilt? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking through this heavy story. I'll keep you updated as more details come out. If you want to stay updated on this case and other wild internet stories, make sure you subscribe.